If your name is not Stephen King, you ain't making shit on your book.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Chase money. Chase money. Hey. Hey. Woo. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure, I just put in extra effort. I do not feel no pressure. Ay, look.
Yo, look what I got. I got my iPad out. That means we're getting really seriously into some content. No, it doesn't. Just means I need a cheat sheet because I got so much to cover right now. And, you know, here's the deal. When we're talking about 36 days to freedom, the reason why I picked teaching, speaking, teaching, and consulting is because you are like a superhero when you're a speaker. Anytime somebody puts the camera in your face, look, we were walking around, you know, doing some B-roll at the airport. People see cameras facing you and they're like, who is he? Who is he? I'm just the guy on camera. You know, the people with the skills are on the other side, but they always feel like just because you are the focus that you have some superhero power. If you're on stage and you've got the microphone, all of a sudden you become the superhero, and you don't break the superhero, you know, super serial. No, you don't break the superhero vibe until you show by opening your mouth that you're a damn idiot. Other than that, if you just stand there with the mic, you're great. So you've got to understand that you are the show. You are what people have arrived for. And every time you get out there, you need to put on your cape and be that speaker superhero so that you can get people engaged with whatever it is you're selling. So I'm going to talk to you right now about some of the stuff that you can do by being a speaker and literally building a business around being able to speak. And when I say speaking, I'm not talking about just on stage. I'm speaking to you right now. If you've got a podcast, that's a speaking business. You can speak and people will listen. And if you speak right, you'll make money. So let's just look at this. You've got all of these people right now that speak on social media. Right? They might teach you how to put on makeup. And that's all they're doing. They're speaking, they're demonstrating, and they become these massive, massive influencers. You can become an influencer just by speaking. The other thing you want to be able to do, though, is organize the content so that it feels like there's some continuity between where you're going and where you have been. That helps you to really build a speaking career that will allow you to sell some stuff. Now let's talk about credibility. How do you build your credibility? Some of the things that you can do out of speaking is you can take the first book I ever wrote, literally was 10 speeches that I did over time. Right? I used to speak all the time just about social media, social impact. And out of those 10 speeches became 10 chapters in my book. Right? Because I took people on a journey from beginning to end when I would do that 1 hour keynote speech. So you take that and you've got a book. So a book is only there. Look, I'm just going to tell you guys the secrets. Okay? This is the secret. I meet speakers all the time. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing for the back end? How are you making money? They're like, well, I've got a new book coming out. I'm like, look, if your name is not Stephen King, you ain't making shit on your book. But people run around trying to sell a $20 book. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. What you need to do with your book is just give that shit away for free because nobody reads your book anyway, but it adds credibility. It's a great, great business card. Having a book with the signature and a way for people to engage with you. So a book is a great credibility, builder, and you get that from speaking. You can you can speak your whole book, get the book done, give it to somebody else to edit or transcribe, then edit, and you got your book. And the book is, look, don't hand me no damn pamphlets. I don't know why people be giving you these 70-page pamphlets. That shit doesn't add credibility. You could leave. Look, I'm going to just give you this. Here's what you do. Do your little 70-page shit and then add 40 pages of blank shit. So at least when you hand it to me, it feels like a book. Don't give me a pamphlet and call it your book. It doesn't add credibility. All right? So I'm just telling you. You need to have at least 120 pages for it to feel like a real book. All right? Anyway, other than that, it's just a pamphlet. But I mean, I get it. People do pamphlets all the time. It's okay. It's okay. But don't call it a book. All right? How do you monetize on speaking? Let me just give you a few things. We talked about coaching and consulting. Those are two different things, right? You know what a coach does? He's the guy that keeps you on the field when you want to get off the field. He's the guy that makes you run an extra lap. Coaches should have whistles around their neck. Don't call yourself a coach if you're not able to inspire me to get better. That's what a coach really should do. A consultant is somebody that helps people move their business forward based on their prior understanding of the vertical that they're trying to teach in. You feel me? That's what a consultant does. Sometimes consultants will help you by writing your content. They might help you by making recommendations on other people that could move your business forward, take some of the workload off of you. That's kind of what consulting's all about. All right? Creating a course. Once you have a book, you can literally take that 10-chapter book, and each one of those chapters becomes a part of your course. Right? So now you got 10-module course to go with your 10-module book. So that's a course. Membership sites. I love membership sites because that gets a little bit more into the consulting phase. You give people more resources. A lot of times, membership sites, people just want to belong to something. That's people just want to feel like they belong to something. Even though everybody pretends like they want to be an entrepreneur and a solopreneur and all that shit. Some people just need to feel like they belong to something. Membership sites are great for them to feel like they belong to something and move their business forward with the information that they're gleaning from the book that they never fucking read. They never read the book. That's why they join your membership site. That's why you give it away for free. All right, any rate, live events. I love live events. I like small live events. When I say that, I like doing live events in my inner circle kind of thing versus conferences. But I did conferences way before I ever did the smaller events. What I liked or disliked about the live events for large stuff, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of time. And it took a lot of effort, and you need a team, you need your marketing. To fill a room really is a lot of work, just in general. And I didn't personally enjoy doing the live event for a conference, but I love doing a live event for masterminds and things like that. Partnerships and affiliates, fantastic. Because if I say, hey, you should use Kartra to build your membership site, well, when I tell you that, I could have a link that goes to Kartra. Matter of fact, I do have one. And it gives you a 14-day trial. Yeah, that's great, right? But of course, that is an affiliate and a partnership. So you can get paid on traffic you drive to different, partners that would help people get to where they want. And I did talk about books already, so that's cool. And I'm not going to give you the Launchpad method. We'll talk about that later. And lastly is distribution methods. So how do you get, and distribution is really just about getting your messaging across. So we talked about, controlling your narrative. How do you do that? Your webinar, you need an email, right? So people can opt in, and then you start talking to them in their email. Messengers, text, that's huge, huge. Messenger, bots, and all that kind of good stuff, people respond to that. They really respond to that. The open rate on Messenger is like 75 to 90%. Just think about that. How many of us would love to have 75 to 90% open rate on our email? That is very rare. But on Messenger and text, if you get that deep into their pocket, when I talk about their pocket, I'm talking about their pocket device, those people respond at least by reading. And that's all you want. You want to get their attention. All right. Social media, we already know that's great. Paid advertisements, don't start paying at the beginning, because what you'll end up doing is you'll get disappointed if you don't know the actual way that you need to build a good Facebook ad campaign or Instagram ad campaign. Paid ads is probably not 101 for you. You just really want to get people engaged. Blog post, I think we did talk about that at the beginning. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Webinars, that's another way to get them in, right? You do free webinars, people engage with you. Look, this is you speaking. It's a webinar. So the stuff that you do on stage, you can do in a webinar as well. And it's more engaging sometimes for that smaller audience. Podcast, and of course, what we're doing right here, right now, video. Just think about all the things I just gave to you around being a speaker and using your voice. That's why I think speakers are superheroes. That's why I feel like doing stuff around and building your business around teaching what you know, speaking what you know, is so valuable, because there's so many avenues for that multiple streams of income. And I know a lot of you really want to know how to travel the world. And I'm going to teach you how speaking can take you around the world on somebody else's dime the next time we get together. All right? 36 days to freedom, baby. This is what it's all about. I'm out of here for now. Peace.